Hey everyone, this is Luminous coming guys with commentary 197. From 197 to 200, I'll be doing nothing but old games. Not just any old games, four of my favorite old games. They're going to be spanning 8 months ago, a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. And I'll promise you that these are some of the most exciting games that I have watched. And I hope you guys will be enjoying it. And I know there's some new viewers that have never even seen 6.69C, or some of you guys have seen this and games from 4 years ago, but we'll be doing it with the best commentary I could produce, and hopefully it's gonna be better than commentary number 1 that I put up 2 years ago. It's been a long while, so it's kind of a self-commemoration. It's also a batch of commentary to kind of remember Dota 1 by. At least that's how I would think about it. But before I go back into this game, a quick update on that beta 2 key giveaway, the 1 key per week giveaway. More information on that will be at the end of this commentary, so if you're interested in that, stay tuned and wait. But let's look at the game here. This is an AP remake of the CM mode. And we have Starsboba on Sentinel, Nirvana Malaysia on Scourge. Starsboba sporting a Furion, a Bat Rider, a Rasta, a TIE Hunter, and a Venomancer. Scourge has a Lion, Visage, Sven, Dusa, and a Vengeful Spirit. And I'm not going to talk about too much pick and ban analysis because this game is very outdated. So mostly I'm going to just talk about the key points on both teams. Sentinel playing Furion. This is very, very special because 8 months ago, this hero was not even heard of in pro game, but Starsboba pick it consistently because so soon it's probably the best Furion player in the world back then. I think Melk would want to challenge him for that title, but I believe so soon is really the true deal about Furion. He plays this Furion so aggressively, and I bet this game will be showcasing that. Meanwhile on Scourge here, I'm just gonna list the players. Hi, Extinct, Net, Yamate, Ice. These are household name in the Southern East Asian Dota scene, and they're going to be sporting a Dusa as their hardest carry today. So I'm gonna, as the game goes on, I'm gonna talk about hero synergies, the way that these heroes are played, because some of the new viewers is like, what is this Visage? What does that hero do? Why is this Dusa here? So we're gonna talk about those heroes, why they're strong, why they're picked as this game goes on. First thing I want to point out is look at Bat Rider's item. Where's this Bat Rider? Bat Rider's got a Ring of Basilius, or Ring of Protection, excuse me, which he will be upgrading into a Ring of Basilius later on. And this is an indication that he's going to be going to Trialing. Because if you look at their lineup here, they have a Furion, which needs a couple of levels. They have a Rasta that needs a couple of levels. And because of that, these two heroes cannot go into a Trialing, which means in a Trialing heavy metagame that 6.69C was, you're going to put Bat Rider with the TIE Hunter, with the Venomancer. He's going to be upgrading that Ring of Basilius. And the good thing about Ring of Basilius back in 6.69C is that it gave +3 armor aura instead of the now +2 armor aura. It helps pushing, it helps mono regen. The armor itself is very, very good because there's a lot of physical harass going on both sides. Meanwhile, on the Scourge side, looks like we have a Trialing of the Vengeful Spirit, I don't think Dusa is going to be in Trialing. A Vengeful Spirit, a Sven, and a Visage. You can see that Visage is also going for Ring of Basilius himself. And this is probably one of the strongest Trialing combination there is. Heavy amount of burst damage, heavy amount of stun time. Of course, no matter how much I hate Sven, he does have a 2-second stun at level 1. He has high burst damage. Vengeful Spirit, of course, has a 1.75 second stun herself. Very high nuking damage as well. But the king of nukes is going to be this Visage. Visage back then has a 4-second cooldown. Nukes for a gazillion damage, has a long casting range, and mana cost was ridiculously low. And Ice Rock, after 6.69C, was forced to nerf this hero to oblivion. He made his mana cost so damn high now to cast that Soul Assumption nuke. But this game, he is still in his former glory, will be nuking like a champ non-stop. And looks like we have the Furion going to the bot lane. You might be thinking, hey, don't Furion nowadays play it on the jungle? Why is he going to bot lane? Well, Starsboba played the Furion a little bit differently. They play the Furion really utilizing on a lot of levels. So he's going to be getting as much level as possible. We will be seeing him to teleport around like non-stop. So those level will be very, very crucial. But I'm going to spend most of my attention looking at this top lane because this is where most of the action is going to be happening. On one side, we have a very slow, heavy Trialing. We'll have the Napalm on the Bat Rider, the Gush on the TIE Hunter, on Venomous Gale on the Venomancer. So try slow there, but meanwhile on the Scourge, right, they have a slow on their own on the Crave Show, but more importantly, you have that dual stun. And because of those dual stun also do an insane amount of burst damage, it really fits well to this Visage, who really, the way that Soul Assumption works is if you nuke a lot, then your Soul Assumption charge up very quickly, and then you could nuke more with that Soul Assumption itself. So very burst heavy lineup. If any of these two supports or even the Bad Rider steps a little bit out of position, he is gonna take stuns to the face, a couple of right clicks, a Soul Assumption for the kill. So they gotta be very, very careful. I feel that the Scourge trialing is by far the stronger trialing, but you have the Furion, so you could always get a +1 situation. And really, I bet you money that Starsboba so soon is going to be on top of those teleportation. I've never seen Starsboba not TPing into a fight. Like, even if he's dead, he will buy out and TP in. That's how aggressive Starsboba so soon is. And we're going to see a very, very aggressive game like this. Looks like Sven is waiting in position. A very well-placed ward here from the Scourge. It's going to allow this entire area being scoped out. Furion threatening to do a TP in. I don't think they're really in a position to do too much of anything right now. Scourge trialing has a very, very strong positioning. Meanwhile, looks like mid lane here we have 6-1 on Manga Q. I think usually the Starsboba's carry player versus Hi, which is a solo player of Nirvana Malaysia. He does have 7-3, so fairly even mid lane. It looks like Sven has picked up a haste rune. He is going to be going to the top lane here, so action is going to be starting very, very quickly. They're going on the Visage right now. We have a teleport in from the Furion. They're trying to focus on the Visage at quarter HP. He is going to go down for sure, but Sven going to bring down the Venomancer. Venomancer is going to be fine right now. Venomancer actually turning around to fight and forces Sven to back off. Sven at half HP, and he has to get out a style from the Venomancer, and that is the power of that Furion. Looks like the Ring of Passages is turned on, indication that the Sentinel trialing want to push. I'm not too sure whether to get the push off going though, because I think the Visage is going to be TPing back very quickly. He does have a Ring of Passages finish as well, so after he TPs in, he's going to be fine. Glyph was just used right now, and here comes the creeps. Here comes the plus armor on the Visage, and I think they're going to be fine. Looks like Furion is going to be still staying, persisting with this push. Maybe if they could get yet another quick hero kill, they will be able to do so. They have many disabled. Looks like they are going to make a go on this. There we go, Napalm being stacked right now. They're trying to focus on the Visage. Visage lagging behind. He takes a gut shell. He's slow. He's going to use a Grave Shield. He does use a Grave Shield. Stormbolt kind of slow down the Venomancer there, and I think this Visage is going to be completely fine as this push is going to be slowly being dragged upon. I think right now it's time for So Soon to go back, because Dusa has been having free farm 3.5 minutes in 15 creep kills, 5 creeps a minute. Yamate doing it very, very well early stage of game, and Yamate is probably one of the best farmers in Southern East Asia, so you can never really leave him with free farming room like this. So he's gonna make you pay in the mid to late game if you let him free farm too much. So this strategy of having Furion to TP around does have his advantage. You know, you get yourself a quick first blood. You try to threaten a push, but you do give up with something as well, and you're giving up free farm to do so. We've definitely seen in the past what professional player could do with absolute free farm. Gonna check the mid lane a little bit here. We have 21-5 on that Rasta, and looks like 14-4 on that line. Looks like we have a haste rune. Who's going to bottle the haste rune first? It is going to be the Rasa, as we see Sven trying to use that Stormbolt to stun him off and get the rune himself. Unfortunately, unable to do so. And it looks like, this is the reason why I dislike Sven sometimes, because after one Stormbolt, hey, you're done. You gotta send yourself clarities, which he very smartly did so. But looking back in the mid lane here, you can see that Rasa leading a little bit of XP, line cashing up when the Rasa is going for that rune. And whoever hits level 6 is gonna have a huge impact in the game. Of course, Line could be going to get a gank off on that trialing, or maybe even pick off the Rasa himself. Of course, Rasa, once he pick up a level 6, he can initiate on a huge team fight and go for a big push. And what's Sentinel, if you look at the Starsboba lineup compared to the Nirvana and Malaysia lineup, the Sentinel lineup is very, very early game. It's so early game, it's so mid game. If they don't win in 35 to 40 minutes, they are absolutely done. Of course, there's the Deuce on the Scourge, so if the Deuce could get up to those mid late game item, a Lincoln Sphere Manta style, the Sentinel is in absolute trouble. So what Sentinel needs, or what Scourge game plan is, hey, we're gonna try to win our trialing where they're killing nukes. They're not doing it so far, not doing a very good job at that, but they're doing okay, which is gonna buy the time for Line to farm is a very early Blink Dagger. And once the Lion farms out Blink Dagger, Nirvana Malaysia will go into like a epic 4v5 kind of team fight mode. Well, basically they'll buy Yamate as much time as possible, allow him to farm as much as possible, and then try to get this game going. Looks like we have a teleport going from the Furion. Haste Rune is popped right now. They're going to try to focus down on the Rasa. There's trees being destroyed by that. Here's an Impale right now. Lion does have enough mana for, he turns 6 right now. He does have Finger of Death. He's going to use it right now, as we see Rasa is going to die to a tower hit. Well played by Hi right now. It's going to turn on the Furion as well. Furion gets outside of aggro range from the tower, trying to focus down the Lion. I don't think he could bring off the Lion, as as we see Venomancer is going to be coming in as well. Where's the Sprout right now? There's a Sprout. Where's a Venomous Scale? There is a Venomous Scale. Good Impale getting in the against the Venomancer. It looks like he is going to be fine. Expertly played by the line there. Meanwhile, we have a kill going on the top lane, bringing off the TIE Hunter. It looks like they're going to try to pick up the Vengeful Spirit as well. Vengeful Spirit at quarter HP. He is going to be fine as we see a stun going off. Sven coming, is he going to bring off a stun? Yes, he is. So Assumption going to accomplish the nuke and finish off. We will have 2 teleport squirrel coming in. It's going to be the Rasa coming in first. What is he going to do? Where's the Hex? Where's the Hex? He's going to shackle instead, taking a significant amount of damage from these creep. There's a slow and there's a nuke as well, but he pops a magic wand and he's going to be safe as the wards weren't really targeting him. Right now, Sven does have another mana if he pops the wand for a powerful storm bolt. Looks like the ward is going to bring off the Vengeful Spirit, and he is going to go down, but it looks like Furion is going to go down as a Furion TP in. A carnage going on right now. 7 minutes in, 7 kills. This is shaping out to be a very exciting game as we see Furion TPing to the top lane to trying to get a push going on, but because they don't have that Ring of Besatis, they won't be getting that push off. Meanwhile, on the bot lane here, we have a level 4 Jinzak compared to a level 7 Gorgon. And really, Yamate is doing a very good job identifying that he's the stronger hero right now. It's like, oh, Bad doesn't even have boots. Wow, I have treads. I'm 3 level ahead. I could basically stay in this lane and actually bully the Bad Rider. That's a fairly odd thing to say against the Bad Rider, because Bad Rider generally assumed to be the strongest hero 1v1 situation wise. So this Dusa is going to be absolutely fine as we see Starsboba so soon picked off a tower with the help of the TIE Hunter. So right now 1 tower up. No, it looks like mid tower has went down to Venomancer's persistent push as well. So 2 towers up for Starsboba, and this is exactly what they need to do as they're trying to make a gank attempt on this Furion, and the TIE Hunter looks like Furion has teleported out, and this TIE Hunter is gonna be in trouble. He does have his Kraken Shell, and let's see if he's gonna proc anytime soon. He pops off the Gush. He's very, very much slow right now. There's the Kraken Shell being popped. He's trying to juke south. Meanwhile, these guys thinking that he's juking to the top, and I think he is gonna be fine as we see the Venomancer coming in right now. Do we have Furion TPing in for a little bit of kills? No, he doesn't. He's gonna be trying to TP on the bot lane here, but it looks like a very, very quick TP out from, I believe, Yamate. Yep, Yamate TP out, a very crucial moment, and it's going to save himself, so very well done. A kind of a missed opportunity on both sides here as we see kills being missed left and right. And right now, Hi doing a very, very smart job. Even though he has a TP scroll, could help out his teammate, I think the more important thing for him to do is find that Blink Dagger. Because once he does find his Blink Dagger, his role is absolutely important, because if you look at the Sentinel hero, there's so many important targets. If you could hex the Venomancer before he pops his ult, that's gonna be absolutely huge. If you could kill the Rasa before he pops all his spells, that's gonna be huge. So I mean, once this line farms a Blink Dagger, he is gonna be blinking around, hexing, impaling, Finger of Death, and get a quick kill. And that's exactly what he need to do. He understands that, so he's gonna be farming for that Blink Dagger. Right now he has his treads finished, 800 gold in the bank, so not so far away. But you know, he needs maybe 1 or 2 kills or maybe a couple of towers to really help out in that regard. Vengeful Spirit level 4, Dusa level 8 with power treads finish. Let's see how she's doing on creeps. She's got 600 goals, got 43 creeps in 9.5 minutes. Not doing too bad, a little bit under 5 right now, but I think he will be able to catch up as he gets a little bit more free farm. Right now, Starsboba is strategically making a very smart choice, sending the Leviathan mid to get a little bit solo EXP, allowing him to hit that crucial level 6, because a TIE Hunter without level 6 is really not a TIE Hunter. Now he really is fully able to wear that shark on his head and look like a boss, because with that Ravage, he is really the most dangerous team fight hero around. We got Lion still farming in the mid lane right now. I think Sentinel should try to get a gank on that Lion or on that Dusa. Either hero is fine, but looks like both team content to farm. I think as farming games go, it's going to definitely favor the Scourge, as they're definitely way more late game oriented. We have a teleport coming in from the Rasa, and also a teleport coming in from the Bat Rider. Bat Rider not even level 6 yet, just level 5, but the Rasa TPing in and the Bat Rider TPing me could only mean one thing. They are going to be pushing this mid tower, as they successfully push down the bot tower as well. So that's 3 towers down. What Bat Rider needs to do is turn on this ring. Yeah, I don't think his ring was turned on. So, and that is a very, very huge thing. +3 free armor for creeps. Why don't you want that? I think that was a little bit of a... Well, basically, it's a mistake. Just a little bit forgetful, but this is a huge land. Maybe he's nervous. I don't know, but he's not turning the ring right now, as they're getting no armor bonus. The ward is dropped down right now, and this tower is going to go down so very quickly. Furion TP is in right now as well, and looks like he's going to be going for a Cyclone Stick. What an interesting item. Generally, as Furion, you go for a 4-staff for a little bit of survivability. You go for Midas, or at least the Furion nowadays, you go for Midas. But Starsboba, this is why I like Starsboba in general. They play non-standard hero, which Furion back then was a very non-standard hero as we have a gank going on top lane here, he is going to be TPing out just fine. They're noticing that their little magical circle glyph thingy flying behind him. So he's going to be TPing out. But yeah, going back to the Cyclone Stick, it is going to give him plus 25 mobility, a lot more mana regen, where he could, you know, basically spam his Treant, spam his teleport, spam that whenever necessary, and that is going to be good. You know, nice stats as well, so that's not too bad. Also, a pretty good disable. One of the thing about Freon is if you notice someone, you know, like let's say Y here, you TP in, you sprout, and then he just runs away after the sprout's done. But if you have a Furion, you could, if you have a Cyclone Stick, you could fly him up in the air for a couple more seconds to allow your teammates to catch up a little bit there. So kind of extends your initiation range by just a little bit more, which is never a bad thing. But I'm just, this is a very curious item indeed, because as a Furion, you're very low in the HP pool. You can see that even with Strange Threads, only got 900 HP. So Force Staff is generally a better item to consider because, you know, you need the survivability. But meanwhile, on the bot lane here, Dusa is pushing. I gotta point out, this is a very, very subtle and very smart play being done by Yamate. More carry players need to learn what he's doing right now. You can notice, hey, I have 5 guys, literally 5 guys pushing on my top. There's really no way as a Dusa I could do anything about it at this stage of the game. I only got a Ring of Health. I can't do anything. So what's the next best thing I can do? I will push a tower myself. And you can see that, hey, the Sentinel pushed 2 tower on the top. I pushed 2 tower on the bottom by myself. So basically, one person by himself, he was able to trade, basically trade 2 towers. But he traded with 5 guys. So you can see that Yamate did what the entire Sentinel team did by himself. So that's very, very well done. Of course, his teammate, you know, did a little bit of distractionary move as well. But at the end of the day, Dusa got himself a buttload of gold, 2,200 gold right now, so he's going to pick up that ultimate orb and be well on his way to that Lincoln Sphere. So more carry player need to do, like, constantly, even though when you're farming, think of what you could do to help your team. In this case, Yamate says, oh, you know what, I can't help my team in a direct heads-on engagement, so let me help my team by pressuring the enemy team's tower. And he did just that, gave his team 400 extra gold, you know, for each and every member, and that's always a good thing. As we see Furion coming in right now, he does have that Cyclone Stick finish, and let's see how he's going to be using it right now. Dusa actually sticking around very aggressively. But Yamate, you know, I know you're a big boss, but you got to be very careful because the Sentinel does have pretty good initiation. They have the global TP of the Furion. Of course, this Bat Rider has a Flaming Lasso, and they have a Venomancer Gale, which has a pretty good range as well. So Dusa got to be a little bit careful. Let me check out how the Sentinel is doing on the go. 800 gold in the bank for that Furion, despite having that, looks like we have a couple TP going in mid lane here. A fight going in mid lane. Looks like the Rasta is going to be dying before he drops any spell. Tree stuns the Furion, and looks like these guys are going to be blinking out. So that was a Stormbolt into basically a Finger of Death being picked up by the Demon Witch. You see that Blink Dagger is picked up. So he is going to be starting for some fights. Meanwhile, Sentinel, maybe they're going to go for a high ground attempt. Very, very early high ground attempt. Unfortunately for the Sentinel, the line did pick up a Blink Dagger, so it is going to be a little bit harder as these team fight starts. I want to check a little bit of CS, but I feel like there's going to be a team fight breaking out soon. As we see the Yamate even TP's back as well. He does have Ultimate Orb. He's very close to level 10. I don't think he has any level split shots yet, and that might matter a little bit as this team, as this push goes on. Dusa is one of the most annoying hero if you give her level 18 and a Lincoln to defend up the hill. Looks like we have a team fight going in right now. They're blinking, trying to impale, but there's a Ravage. There's an ultimate from the Venomancer. War Trap, the line between Sprout, that line goes down right now. They're trying to nuke down the Leviathan. He's going to be absolutely fine. The Ward's doing so much damage right now, but it looks like that is going to be the end of team fight as we see 1 kill being produced on the Sentinel, and they're going to try to push with that 1 kill advantage. I'm not too sure whether they could do it because you can see that Dusa nukes so very, very hard. Not only is Mystic Snake's going to mow down Crit Wave, but more importantly, if your Mystic Snake ever hits your hero, you're losing so much mana. It's just so annoying to push with, especially when you don't have Arcane Brood in this version. Of course, you have Arcane Ring, but then the item's never bought. But my point being that trying to push against Dusa uphill is so annoying. He doesn't even have split shot right now. Looks like they're going to be initiating as we see a self-cyclone just to dodge his stun. Well played there. Looks like they're going to try to focus on the Sven. Sven at quarter HP, a half HP. There's a nuke. They're going to try to bring down himself. Furion might be in trouble. This is a swap. He is going to be going down. Looks like Sven lives with that level up. There's a Blink Dagger coming. They pick off the Rasa as well. Tidehunter in huge trouble. Looks like Prophet buys back. Is he going to be TP in? Venomancer in trouble as well. Are they going to try to finish on the Venomancer? There's a teleport coming in from the Furion. I don't think the Furion can come in right now. So we see nuke bringing down the Leviathan as well. Venomancer stays. He's got to be very careful. That nuke is going to prevent him from blinking, but I think he is out of places to run. As you see Impale taking that kill, that was a That was a team wipe, I believe. I think the Bat Rider was the sole survivor of that fight, as we see the Lion, the Furion bot back. So unfortunately for the Starsboba, they got ahead with a couple of tower kills. In fact, they're up by 5 towers. But I think they gave away a couple of big advantage. You see that they're down by 5 kills. So that's kind of the issue there. But they're strong. They're still very strong as an early game lineup. And I think they're going to be continue to be relentless. Blink Dagger should be up very, very soon on that Bat Rider. 1,400 gold. So never mind. He's still a little bit away from that. They need a couple more towers, as we see. TP in. And they really need to hit him before he blinks. There's a... is he going to juke? Look at him. Look at him. He knows he's going to get the blink off. So he's like, you know what? I'm playing with you guys. MP. Drawing a little bit more time for them, for his team to come in right now. Trying to focus on the Rasta and the war being dropped. I got to say, that was a little bit trigger happy. I think the Scourge definitely recognized as well. It's like, back. And the reason being so, even though the war does only have like, 110 seconds, 130 second cooldown, like a 2-minute cooldown, that's rather short for most ultimate goal. The issue is, once you drop this, you're done for the next 2 minutes, as big engagement goes, as tower pushes go. So I think because Mangekyo was a little bit trigger happy there, they can't really do too much of anything for the next 2 minutes. And you may be saying, well, 2 minutes, that's not too big of a deal. It is a pretty big deal, especially you're predominantly an early pushy kind of lineup against a Dusa. You want to finish this game as quick as possible. Here comes the Bat Rider. Does he have a Blink Dagger just yet right now? There's a Cyclone just to cancel this TP, and this Gorgon is gone. Gorgon's gone. Oh, pun! And here's a Flaming Lasso. Here's some stacks. And he is going to be dead, as we see teammates coming in from the Scourge side. I don't think this dude is going to make it out alive, as we see the... Oh, did he blink? No, he just blinked out right now. Ravage just to get a single hero. Gale is going to hit the Sven. We have a teleport in from the Furion. They are going to get an extra kill in that exchange, and that means they're going to get the tower as well. We see Crow flying it out there, trying to save himself. That is going to be the 6th tower for Starsboba. Even though they're down by a couple hero kills, they're going to be up by 4 towers, 4,000 gold in terms of income advantage. That is absolutely huge right now. That is going to give Furion his Cyclone. Who is making the mecha is the question. It looks like Rasa is trying to make a BKB. Tidehunter support doesn't have anything. Does have a cloak, which is a very, very good item, especially when you have a very healthy HP pool and you just need a little bit more survivability in terms of the magical side. Bat Rider should have the Blink Dagger finish. He does at 2,400 gold now, and I think they're gonna be looking to push mid now, maybe, or to get a gank off against Lion. Lion is invisible. I don't think these guys have any Sentry Wards they could put down, so never mind. That's gonna be the end. It looks like the Lion is gonna be going for a Staff of Wizardry, going for a little bit more of a higher mana pool, a little bit more escape spells through that 4 staff when he finished the 4 staff. I gotta say, I'm not too sure whether I like that decision. I feel BKB is a little bit better of choice, because if you eat that, if you blink in and you get Hex, or if you blink in and you eat the Ravage, you're not going to get off any of your other spell. You're going to be focused and killed. But if you blink in with the BKB, you are the strongest unit. There's nothing the Skirt Sentinel could really do other than the Flaming Lasso. But if you control your positioning well enough, you should be fine. Sentinel is actually dropping the wards just for the Roche. This is actually a very bold move. Generally, when you drop the ward, it means you could get at least a tower. I think they should have maybe went for the high ground attempt. Instead, they're going to go for Roche. I'm not sure does this work. As we see Furion gets focused right now. He's at half HP. If he eats a finger, he's got to be very careful. As we see Stormbolt going against a Bat Rider. Bat Rider is going to be picked off. A Sprout gets 2 here right now. And looks like, do you have any help? Here comes a Vengeful Spirit. Vengeful Spirit being focused by 3 hero. Vengeful Spirit try to swap out. He runs into a Tidehunter. Where is the Ravage? Ravage still on cooldown right now. Venomancer drops his ult before he gets picked off. There's a Cyclone against his Sven. And looks like the Rasta might be in trouble as well. Rasta trying to juke south, but he is going to eat a huge sword. And he is going to be in trouble. As you see Furion trying to run right now. Scourge in a huge lead right now. Actually, a Gush and a single right click is going to polish off the line. Tidehunter in a little bit of trouble and stuff. There's a Illusion Rune is gonna pick it up. Meanwhile, Furion trying to help out. He does have an ultimate being picked up, so being very aggressive in terms of the inventory purchase. But it looks like the Tidehunter is gonna be end up going down. The Sprout is gonna be using it just to block. It looks like Tidehunter is gonna be a fine 19 HP, and looks like we have a teleportation coming in. It's gonna be a Bat Rider. Flaming Lasso is gonna be popped. Gale is gonna be dumped on him, and this Sven goes down, and looks like Starsboba so soon gonna pick off that kill. Looks like he's still looking for more action, trying to pick someone off. He's taping into a 1v2 situation plus birds, but he's gonna do it anyways. He's still going very aggressively. He does find the Visage. Where's a Cyclone? Where's a Cyclone? He does use the Sprout, and he might be in trouble. He's self-cycling right now, but here comes the Flaming Lasso. Here comes the Rasa, the Shackles. Every still being bummed around here right now, but he is gonna just go down. He's gonna try to go down by fighting. Yes, he is gonna pick off so soon. As you see, Ward being dropped off once again. Swap trying to save him right now, unable to do so. We have Furion TP's in right now. He buys back, and he is gonna be TPing as we see Venge goes down. Where a teleport coming in from the Furion. Is he gonna be? Yeah, he is gonna materialize there. There's a Sprout on the Dusa. You can see that very smartly targeted himself or the ground to really not to allow the Lincoln to be popped. And I don't know what that was about. The self cyclone. Looks like they're gonna try to go for the Roshan here, as Roshan cannot be attacked by the wards, and these wards are having a freaking seizure over here. Because outside of this Roshan area, you cannot attack. So these wards are like jerking it off over there. And they're still going for this Rosh right now. Impale and Mystic Snake doing so much. Of course, they do have the positional advantage of this ward, as we see Net goes in for a kill right now. He's got to be very careful. He's got Sprout, but Medusa so tank. He's coming in. He's popped his ult right now. Rav is popped as well. As we see the Sven goes down. The Shadow Shaman's got to be very careful, but it looks like they are going to focus on Dusa. Dusa almost out of magic shield. He repops the mana shield. He's very running low the mana. There's very, very low. 300 HP. Can they bring him down? There's a Hex on him as well. Bat Rider is going to be jizzing all on top of him. He's at quarter HP. He's going to be fine. He's going to turn around and keep fighting. The Treant's actually doing so much damage. Treant's going to bring him down. This team fight still continuing right now. Visage and the Visage and the Vengeful Spirit versus TIE Hunter and the Furion. Visage very tanky with that mecha, and looks like Starsboba so soon might be in trouble again. It's going to be self-cycling. He can't, and he dies once again. Does he have more buyback to come back? Keep in mind, there's no cooldown on the buyback. I don't think so. I don't think it's... Yes, he does buyback. Once again, that's the second buyback. He comes in right now. Gotta be very careful if you're lying, because you're very low HP. Here comes the Venomancer. There's a Sprout going against the Vengeful Spirit. Here, they're going to try to focus on the Vengeful Spirit down. So we see a Venomancer being dropped there. Vengeful Spirit is going to go down. Looks like Venomancer, no, the TIE Hunter has to go down as well. They're going to try to focus down on the Visage. Backs being called. Vengeful Spirit buys back. TIE Hunter buys back. Is he going to try to Sprout down the hill? Is he going to be TPing? But I think he is going to be in trouble. So we see Urn being dropped on him. Gush being dropped on him. He is going to go down as well. Two more teleports going to the mid lane here. Wrath of Nature being cast. Visage is going to go. No! He pops a Mega. He's going to be fine. Looks like the Bat Rider trying to come in, but no. Starsboba Susu is going to be... But the Invis Rune! The Invis Rune's right there. Where's the Sentry Ward? There's no Sentry Ward Bat Rider. There is a Sentry Ward. These guys are absolutely prepared. There's a Cyclone just for the lows, and they are going to bring him down. What an intense team. Is Roshan still alive? Yeah, Roshan is still alive right now. Man, are they going to go back for this Roshan, or are they going to be pushing? Man, this team fight is absolutely crazy. I don't think it's as ended right now, because I think the Sentinel is going to go back for the Roshan, for the Aegis. I think Scourge can be trying to do some Roshan Jack. They have pretty good heroes for that. They have a Vengeful Spirit that's going to give them sight, but they got to be very careful of the fact that they're getting pushed on the bot lane here. I feel like I'm talking so fast, but there's just so much damn thing to say. As we see, this Sven got to be careful. He's going to get Gush. He does get Hex right now. The Chainson got to be very quick. As we see War being dropped down once again. Vengeful Spirit and the Sven in huge trouble. Rasa, where's the TIE? I think TIE is still on cooldown right now. Ward's doing a significant amount of damage. Dusa right-clicking outside. He does have the Lincoln finish, but that's all he has right now. TIE Hunter is going to be ending up going down. As you see Furion cycling up the Dusa. These wards still doing so much damage in the back line of things. Looks like Bat Rider very, very low mecha. What? I think that was a mecha. Haste Rune trying to get the Haste Rune. He is going to get a Sprout off, but no! Gets completely changed, and Starsboba is gonna go down. Venomancer buys back. Is Starsboba gonna buy back? Starsboba so soon buy back again. Looks like this Rasa in huge trouble right now, and he's gonna be going down. Perfect block by this Ven player, as we see that the fights are just going back and forth, back and forth. It looks like Nirvana Malaysia trying to get the Aegis. Can they get the Aegis? Do they have enough HP? Do they have enough DPS to bring down this Roshan? This Roshan's gotta be the most lucky rock golem there is, because he's survived for so long. Meanwhile, looks like Nirvana Malaysia is like, we wait for them to come again. So I think they realize that the Sentinel will be going for that Roshan time and time after again, and Scourge, maybe they realize, hey, we can take these team fights, we can actually win these fights, as evident by the last fight they just won. So I mean, you know, that's I guess a very smart thing to do. Use a Roshan to bait, and let's see if the Sentinel is going to be falling for that bait, as we see the Rasta and the Furion coming back alive. And no, it wasn't a BKB. Ooh, as we see a courier being picked off there. So very unfortunately, I'm not too sure whether he had any item on it. Probably not there. It looks like we have the Furion not porting in yet. No, he is porting in right now. Scourge in position to wait. There's being a ward being dropped right now. There's a flaming lasso up the hill, and there's a swap just to break that lasso, but there's a ravage just to use on 2 support. I'm not too sure whether that was the best use of the ravage, but they're gonna get themselves 2 kills. And are they gonna drop the ward for this Roshan? I think they need to drop the ward for the Roshan because they just don't do. There's a ward being dropped right now, but this Roshan already has regained quite a bit of HP. Do they have any buybacks on the support? Looks like they don't, and I think this Aegis is finally going to be claimed by the Sentinel. Man, that was an intense, like a 10-minute Roche fight. Who is going to pick it up? It's going to be Shadow Shaman. Very, very logical choice because even though, you know, even though a lot of his power is within those wards, but with Shadow Shaman picking up the Aegis, he could respawn, cast more Hexes, cast more Shackle, cast more Edo Shock. He's just an overall very good hero to have in any stage of the game, in any battle. So having Aegis on him is going to allow him to do more of that. As we see, Lion might be in trouble. He is invisible right now. We do have any dust. Do we have any wards? Oh, here we go. This Lion might be in trouble. Batrider might be in trouble as well. He's looking for a kill. He's looking for a kill. Very, very patient right now. He's taking the Fire Flame. High. Very patient. No, just kidding. Maybe he's going for the Furion. He's gonna go for the Batriders. He breaks invisibility. There's Impale. There's a Finger of Death. There's a Hex. A couple more hits. He's gonna bring down the Batrider. He does bring off the Batrider. There's a Cyclone. I'm sorry. I just choked a little, man. Only high with gank, being surrounded by 5, kill 1, and mix it out alive. No problem. Does that shit before breakfast. Standard. As we see Furion TPs in right now, he does Cyclone the Sven. Where's the Gush right now? There is the Gush. Nice spread by the Sentinel, not taking the Stormbolt to get 2 or 3 stun right now. But Dusa still continuing with that push. Tower very, very low HP. Here comes the Dusa right now. Gale is being popped. You can see he's so tanky. He does just have the Yasha on Lincolns, but he's tanking the entire Sentinel lineup. Here comes the Rasa. He needs to drop down the ward so he can actually tank a little bit because he does have the Aegis, and the Aegis is being used so very quickly right now. There's another Sprout on this Dusa. They need to focus down the Dusa. Where's the War Trap? They need to do. There's a Hex on him right now. Are they gonna have a War Trap? They are gonna have a War Trap. Where is the swap on the Vengeful Spirit? They are gonna bring down the Zeus. Venomancer Gale is being dropped as well, as we see Stormbolt and the Furion being taking a lot of damage. Self-Cyclone just to save himself in the air, and he is gonna go down eventually, but not before getting the XP on that Sven kill. Meanwhile, line very, very low, and we have Furion buys back for the 5th time in this game. He's porting in. Is he gonna get another kill? He's gonna try to get the kill. One more hit. Cancel the dagger. Gonna get the kill there. Well done. As we see, the Batrider picks up a triple kill, and this is their time to push right now because they just killed the Dusa, which has a long revive time. They basically killed the entire Sentinel team. Sure, they had to use the Aegis. Sure, they had to use a Furion buyback, but this is the measure they need to go to win these team fights, and you can see that Furion's already well underway. And they're in this stage of the game. If you don't turn it on, you bring up. Okay. Thank God, you got to bring up a stage turned on, but can they bring off this Rax though? Only 30 seconds to do so right now, but this tower, I think it's already glyph, as we see Shadow Shaman apparently hasting in. Yes, hasting in according to the chat on the Scourge. There's an armor being popped, there's a glyph being popped on top of the tower, but this Rax is going to go down, or this tower at the very least is going to go down. Do we have Shadow Shaman dropping his wards? Only 40 seconds to his next set of wards, and there we go. The melee Rax is going to be focused. They need to drop down so many wards, and I think they should be able to defend. As we see Dusa comes back alive right now. TIE Hunter runs in right now, but it's time to ignore the TIE Hunter. No, he does have a Ravage. You can't ignore him. I say focus down the Sven before he... Oh, he does cast a Stormbolt on 3 hero. Good swap, saving him right now. Batrider in huge trouble. They can't focus down on Rex. Use your ward to focus around the rest. As you see, High gets a kill against the Batrider. Batrider in trouble. Excuse me, the Furion in trouble. As you see, Epic Mana Drain right now. It's now TIE Hunter being focused on 2 or 3 heroes. So Assumption gonna pick him off as well. 2 kills, chasing away the Sentinel lineup, and I think that's a Rax defended. No, very nice focus of the Venom wards. Right clicking the Rax. They did get what they wanted. Sure, they lost 2 heroes, but they did get 1 Rax, and that's a huge sigh of relief if you're on Starsboba's fan, because man, that game looked really tough for them. I was really thinking they can't break into a high ground, but they did break into a high ground, and that's well done, because now they can make the next fight a lot easier, because they could basically wait. You know what? Hey, we have big creeps in your base. You gotta go defend. You gotta go defend. And sooner or later, you really have to defend if you're on Scourge. And as soon as you send one guy to defend, we're going to have Bat Rider jumping in. We have TIE Hunter coming in. So we could initiate those team fights 4v5. That's what the Sentinel is going to be doing, or have the advantage of doing here. As we see Starsboba being found, but no big deal here. You can see that the Gorgon is already tank enough to really face the entire Sentinel line. I'm just having Yasha, but once he finishes Manta, ooh, this is going to get ugly for the Sentinel. Sentinel doesn't have the DPS right now. I think Furion is going for the Hex, but because he's buying back like an absolute champ, you saw that he was buying back. I think he bought back 4 times right now. It definitely reminds me how Vigos just buys back every fight, but the difference between Vigos buying back, no offense to Vigos, is that when Starsboba buy back, he gets kills for his team, and he look his inventory. He has so many items. Vigos generally just have a 4-staff and phase boot on his Windrunner buyback, but this Furion buys back, TP's right in, very aggressive play, and still really getting a lot of farms. So he's doing a fairly good job in that regard as well. I wonder what Sentinel is going to do right now. I think what they're trying to do is look off to get one pick off and then just go for a push. Rasa does have his ult stick being finished, and seeing that he's using those wards so liberally, of course it's good to have ult stick. Just increase your damage by so much. I think they might be wanting to push mid and then into one of the side lanes. I don't think they're strong enough at this point to do so. So maybe they're waiting for another Aegis. It seems like Starsboba doesn't really know what they want to do, or it seems like they don't have much option in terms of doing what they want to do. I think pushing bot or mid and then into bot is a smart choice, but Dusa is an issue right now. The Visage is actually an issue. I think if you're just watching, paying very close attention to what Visage is just doing in the back line, he's basically staying very far back and soul assumption every 4 seconds, and he can't do that because he has the long cast range. He has a 4-second cooldown. He has low mana cost on that soul assumption. He's staying in the back. There's a huge cluster of nukes being dropped left and right, and that's gonna fuel my soul charges. So I'm gonna drop soul assumption left and right. So that, and he's nuking for so damn hard every fight. Of course, Mecha is finished. I wonder if Sentinel has their Mecha. I don't think they do. No, they don't. That's kind of a downside, but they do have a Hex finish on that Furion, and I think that's exactly the item they're waiting for. And now they will be heading to a bot push right now. Of course, keep in mind that they have the Rasta wards as well. Furion's got to be very careful of being swapped though. I think that is a good target for them to focus, and Lion would be focusing right now. Looks like the Sven gonna just pop off a ward right now. Where are those Rasa ward being dropped? Not just right now. I think they can't drop the Rasa ward in front of that Dusa. This Dusa could just actually kind of just tank all of it and kill it. There's a Hex on him right now and a Sprout on him. They're gonna try to focus him down. You can see he's tanking so much, and there's a Venom ward trying to focus on the Rasa. Flaming Lasso and an O, and double O being dropped by the Venomancer and the TIE Hunter. Dusa goes down one more time, but he does have a buyback. Well recognition by Yamate, saving for that buyback, and that just might defend his Rax. As you can see, that Rax being heavily, or the tower being heavily focused on. Here comes Dusa. Turn on your magic shield, my friend. You need to turn on your mana shield, and he does turn on the mana shield. He's no Mushi as he does, and trying to focus on the TIE Hunter. TIE Hunter is gonna go down. Yes, he does. Venomancer being chased away, and you can see that this Visage just does so much. Extinct on a killing spree. They have the tower being defended. Another team fight being won by the Scourge. I think Team Sentinel might be running out of juice. So you can see 25-29 as Scourge leading in terms of kill right now. Furion TPing on top lane to get a little bit more farm. I think Furion at this point of the game is as farm as he can get. And listen to me when I say that. Of course he could get 3 more tier 4 items and really, but at the time that he's getting those tier 4 items, the enemy team will be so much stronger that the tier 4 items would not be worth it. So really at this stage of the game, he would really be as strong as he gets comparatively to the other team. So he really should be leading his team in terms of pushing, disabling, and such like that. But the problem is the Scourge, very well coordinated, Dusa saving for buyback. He does have, you can see, oh, he's going to buy the Ultimate Orb. Nope, just switching for a TP, so he should be buying the Ultimate Orb. But no, he's going to be probably saving for another buyback. So very good recognition by Yamate saying that, hey, if we lose the next fight and if I don't have to buy back, we lose the game. I'd rather delay my, Ultimate Orb just a little bit, just to, make sure I'm in the game and go for that late game victory. And all they really need to do is turtle, and that's their game plan. Just turtle up, keep turtling, get that Manta on your Dusa, and you're basically done, really. Once you pick up the Manta and save for buyback, there's really, I don't see any way that the Sentinel could win, because they have to waste all their ultimate just to kill that Dusa once. The Rasta ult, the Venom ult, the TIE ult, just to kill the Dusa once. And if the Dusa buys back one more time, Scourges have to back off, or if they keep fighting, they will just die. So that's kind of the issue that they have to deal with. Maybe picking up, you know, a little bit more physical damage to kind of remedy that. But again, the time that you do pick up that physical damage, that's the time that Dusa will pick up a, you know, a buyback. That's kind of the issue right now. Swap Rasta kill. I think that is going to be the smart choice here, because Rasta should be the big focus. And let's see if he does have Sentinel support right now. Are they going to be going on this Dusa? Dusa is so damn tanky. They need a ward up with the Venom wards, and they need to drop that Rasta wards and just go on the tower. Maybe they're looking for a good positioning. Right now here, Bat Rider needs to jump in and find someone. He can't go for the Dusa because Dusa has the Lincoln Sphere. So maybe, who else would we go for? Maybe the Lion. I don't think they have any good target to go for. You can see that very smart positioning by the Scourge lineup. Just sitting a Deuce on the front. You can see a 4-staff swap, but there's a Ravage, there's a Venomancer Gale being dropped right now. Vengeful Spirit is going to go down, but they are going to pick down the Rasta before he drops his ward, and that's absolutely huge. Tower very, very low. Is anyone going to deny? Rasta doesn't have the buyback. Looks like Furion get the tower, but I think it's time for them to go back. There's no way they could win this team fight. So you see Dusa does go down one more time, but does he have buyback? He does. Gorgon, Yamate knows what's up as he buys back right now, and it is time for the Scourge, for the Sentinel to get out. Looks like Venomancer did get a kill against the Sven, but very well done there. The tower is going to go down, and that should be the end of team fight. So we see a little bit more skirmish going on. Who is Brown? It looks like Vengeful Spirit is going to suicide to the creeps. No. Uh-oh. No. Should have just suicide to the creeps. Gonna take a break to drink some water, because this game... Oh, man. "37 minutes in the game, 29-21. Let's check out how everyone's doing in terms of an item and gold. 3,300 gold in. How does So Soon do it? He buys back 8 times, has a Hex, has a Cyclone, is in every fight, isn't farming. Well, he's farming now, but you know, it's not AFK farming, but... Alright. This is why So Soon is the best Furion player. I'm sorry, Milk, but this is why Furion... Oh, he's going to go for 4-staff, so a late game utility. This is very interesting. No Mecha still on the Sentinel. I think Mecha wouldn't be bad if he bought it for the team, but going to go for more... yeah, and I think Mecha might be better. I'm not too sure what that 4-staff is really, but Bat Rider has a Vanguard in conjunction with that Blink Dagger. Of course, a Rasta, Oat Stick, TIE Hunter, this TIE Hunter, Armor, Magic Resistance, HP, Standard, Pro, right? And of course, a lot of HP on the Venomancer. Well done there. Meanwhile, Scourge 4-staff, Blink Dagger on that Lion, and a Mecha Hood on this Visage. You can see the Visage is so damn tank in conjunction with that Gravekeeper Cloak, man. And the Hood and the heal from the Mecha, he is fine. Sven, true to Sven's uselessness, has nothing at all. But he does have 13 assists, so that's pretty good there. But 3,000 gold has enough to finish this Manta. Nope. Don't need it. Save for buyback, defend towers, win late game. Venge, treads. Okay. So, very, very smart play on both sides. Aggressive buyback. This Furion. Whoa. My friend, you gotta be careful. These guys are waiting, and if you TPing wrong, you are in trouble. Looks like the Scourge is gonna be pushing bot, and looks like Furion is TPing. All their ults are online, and they're gonna be pushing again aggressively. Gorgon has a buyback. It's just a matter of, can you kill Gorgon quick enough where you could bring down the Rex? I don't think they can. They don't have enough DPS. Here we go. If this Furion or the Rasa is swapped, they are in trouble. I think the 4-staff might be actually a defensive item. Let's say if he is swapped or if the Rasa is swapped, they could just 4-staff himself out and don't get, you know, mega focused. But they could take this slow because the top tower, the top creeps are there. The mid is slowly pushing there, so they could literally take as much time as they want. No, they're going to be going against the Visage. I don't think they can bring the Visage down. As there's a Ravage. They're going to try to focus on the line. That is a smart choice, but a quick swap to break that lasso. And now the TIE Hunter is going to be going down. The Rasta Ward should be focusing on the Rax. Don't focus on the Dusa because you're not going to kill her. She has buyback anyway, so need to focus on the Rax. Finally, the target is being switched right now. The Vengeful Spirit in trouble, but so is the Rasta. Fan comes in, drop off a Stormbolt. He gets Hex. Where's the Shackle right now? No Shackle being used right now. Dusa comes in with no HP, pops a magic shield, but still has the buyback. As you see, Vice is single-handedly steering everyone away. They need to focus down this Rax. Rax at quarter HP. Just right-click the Rax, Rasta, and the Furion. Where's the Rax? They are gonna get the mid-Rax. 2 melee Rax down. Starsboba. Big sigh of relief. But they're not out in the woods, because I don't think this game's won right now. Is that Furion TPing right? That's Furion TPing so soon. Pulling out some sick pushing. He needs to summon trees, man. Just go for it right now. He's drawing everyone away. Maybe he's going to die for it, but he's doing so much now. He did a quarter damage to that tower, and that's absolutely insane. And this is where Furion in general as a hero just becomes so strong. Where you get a 1 lane Rax or 2 lanes of Rax, it's going to be hard to push against Starsboba, because that Wrath of Nature is going to hit all the ways, all the time. And you want to, hey, you're going to defend top? I'm going to just port back and just hit your ziggurat ones or something. Or hit your ranged Rax, and hey, you defend bot, I'm going to TP top and just go on your disc Rax. So it's just so annoying to play against Furion on this stage of the game. And now Starsboba looks pretty good. I got to say, man, for the past 10 minutes, like, dude, Starsboba not going to make it. They're not going to make it. But now they're looking pretty good. I can't say that the Nirvana Malaysia team can't win anymore. Against a Furion is going to be mega hard. But in order for them to win this, they have to turtle. Like, oh, nice force that, bro. Towards the line, he is actually going to go down. There's a quick hex before the line casts his hex, and then there's a cyclone. So very well done by Prophet, saving himself alive. And that life actually is, is going to make it out alive, trying to TP, but no! Well played by Hi, realizing that the TP is going to be there, but nope. He'd be rich, buyback, and 2,500 go in the bank. He's TPing. He's going to be pushing your bot Rax like no one's business right now. Meanwhile, no, just kidding. I thought he's really going to TP. That would be kind of OP if he did to do so. There picks up a double damage rune. And meanwhile, Rasta, very, very smart choice. Going for a pipe here. Normally you go for the BKB, but I think they want to fight more drawn out team fights. They're not like... Well, if he gets hexed by the line, he's really done. But I think he realized that he has teammate support. The TIE Hunter, the Venomancer, is really getting his back. So the Ravage is really nice. And overall, he has enough support, and to a degree that he feels, hey, I don't need a magic immunity. I could just get magic resistance for my entire team, which isn't bad. So 400 magical damage. It's a Stormbow, it's a Soul Assumption too, so it's not bad. It's a Mystic Snake at the very least. And here we go. Where's the pipe? Need to pop the pipe right now. Ooh, look at that huge Venom. Just getting the Dusa while he was about to use that. And going to try to focus on Dusa. Dusa's, I think, does he have the buyback right now? Where's the TIE Ravage? There's a TIE Ravage. And Dusa popped the Manta. No magic shield. And he is going to go down. Venge is going to go down. And this is a game as we see Starsboba winning. I think they were behind, but I definitely believe they were behind. To me, they won from the behind, even though they were so aggressive in terms of pushing. But what a very strong push. As we see Mega Rax, or at least Mega Rax should be claimed very soon, as we see GG being called on both sides. What a game. Whew, man, that mid-game fight where everyone's buying back, the action was non-stop. Both teams made mistakes here and there, but I gotta say, the MVP of this game was so soon, man. You just saw him so aggressive, buying back multiple times in team fight, just TP right in, just really taking advantage of what Furion does best, which is being in the middle of every team fight, utilizing his Cyclone, utilizing his Hex. So Cyclone first, Hex, and then Force Staff, making it work. Starsboba, map awareness very well, very, very strong. Starsboba's so soon's map awareness is so damn good. Of course, Scourge played relatively well. Hi played so well line. But really, the aggression of Starsboba was just too much. Just too much. So, that is Commentary 197. If you thought that was an exciting game, you haven't seen anything yet. I promise next 3 games will be just as exciting as this one, if not more. So, stay tuned for those 3 games. Of course, also stay tuned for the beta key info there, which is going to be happening right now. So, hope you guys enjoyed this commentary. And as always, this is Luminous, signing off. GG, guys. Okay, so here's some more information about the beta key giveaway. Right off the bat, you guys are going to get 1 key, random generator, this weekend on the Dota Weekly Show. That has nothing to do with what I'm about to say. What I'm about to say starts at Dota Weekly Show 22, and during that time, I'll give 2 keys every 2 weeks. Again, you get 1 key this weekend, that's it, move on. And then 2 keys next 2 weeks, and then 2 keys 2 weeks after that. So on and so forth. And here's how I'm going to do it. 1 key is going to be awarded through a riddle. A second key is going to be done in a number generator. The reason I wanted to kind of split this up that way is because if we just use the generator alone, there's a chance that you give the key to someone that don't even check their YouTube account. There's a chance that you give the key to someone that don't watch a video, or don't even care about the other two. So that key might just go to waste, and I don't want that to happen. Or if I just do challenge, if I do the riddle challenge, or just challenges overall, some viewers have advantage because of whatever time zone they, if they're awake when my videos are released versus when you're asleep when my videos are released. Again, you have a couple hours advantage in terms of competing, or so that wouldn't be fair to some of the viewers. So I kind of just trying to do it two different ways to make it fair for everyone. I can't get rid of all the unfairness, but so this is as best as I could do, and that's why this is the way I'm gonna do it. So one more time. Dota Weekly Show 21, 1 free key. Bam. Dota Weekly Show 22, it's gonna be 2 keys, and then I go to Dota Weekly Show 24, and then 2 more keys, skip a week, and so on and so forth. And here's more about the riddle. When you watch my YouTube videos, please turn on the annotation. And if you don't know what YouTube annotation is, right under the video on the bottom right, there should be like, your 720p or 360p. On the left of that, there should be a small box. If that box is red, that means your YouTube annotation is turned on. If it's not red, then click on it so it turns red and turn on the annotation. I'll basically put lines of the code or lines of the riddle in my commentaries randomly somewhere, and then you can watch commentary, and then it's right there. So I'll put the first 2 lines of the riddle right now. If you don't see it, turn on your annotation, and then the next 2 lines of the 4-line riddle in my next commentary. And after you watch, after you see the 4 lines, you can start guessing. Please, I beg of you, do not spam guesses to me. Of course, I have to read every responses, so make my life easier. If you're not sure with your answer, that's probably wrong. The riddle is not something that you could just randomly guess. And really, I'm expecting for you to explain to me why you guessed the answer correctly, or I'm not going to give the key. In the very likely chance that no one guessed the riddle correctly, I think the riddle is pretty hard, but yeah, in the very likely chance that no one guesses the riddle correctly, I'll just give the second key also as a number generator. Again, to make it as fair as possible. Again, one last time, Weekly Show 21 is going to give 1 key that, again, has nothing to do with this. It's just 1 a week giveaway. 22, I'm going to give away 2 keys for the riddle and the generator. And yep, okay, so that's enough information. If you have any questions, you can put it in the comment section, and I'm sure someone that gets it will answer, hopefully. And okay, yay.